Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be making at least 20 new jar openers for this weekend's holiday show. Let's get into it. So this weekend on Sunday, I will be at Claude Park for the Real Ladies Loudoun County's holiday show. I'll have all the information down below, and I'm sure I've already shown the graphic for the show. I have 0 holiday print jar openers left over. I got cleared out when I was at Dulles, so I have 10 fabrics here that I want to cut up, and I want to make at least 2 of each. That's the goal. I plan to cut up the fabric. Most of these are half yards, cut them up entirely so I can set them aside for other projects so that they're already ready to go. So I need to figure out exactly how I'm going to cut them. So let me set this aside for a second. This is a project for later this week. We are going to be making a bag out of this clear plastic. So go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell if you don't want to miss that one. From the Hobby Lobby haul and some other hauls that I've been stashing up, I've got all of the fabrics washed. So like these fall prints, we're not going to be doing those, but I have all of these holiday ones. So like I said, the majority of them are half yard cuts. So we'll be able to cut those all up, get some jar openers, wine bag, tissue pouches, because next year my goal is to have more of the bundle bags that I started doing. And I want the bundle bag to be all of the same pattern to increase my average dollar sale. So that's my goal. Some of these are bigger, so like 1, 2, 3 of these are larger cuts of fabric, so I'm just going to cut a half yard worth and then the rest of it will go on the shelf. But all of the half yard pieces, I'm going to go ahead and get them cut up into jar openers, tissue pouches, and wine bags, and we're going to set those aside, and we're going to get at least 2 of each pattern for the jar openers and start working on those. We know because of the 600 jar opener challenge that it takes about 8.5 minutes to make each jar opener. So at 8 minutes a piece for 20 jar openers, that's about 160 minutes. So this should take like 2.5 hours-ish. Adding in the cutting time, I would say that this project in its entirety will take about 3 hours. So this will be a multi-day process for me because I don't have enough time to set aside in one particular day. So this will be multiple clips throughout the week, all put together. But come along with me while we get these jar openers made. Okay, so we're trying to figure out the pattern here, and I think I got everything to fit pretty nicely. With the directional prints, it's a little trickier, right? So this layout allows me to get a wine bag, 4 jar openers, a tissue pouch, and then the key fob would have to be 2 pieces of fabric sewn together, and the tissue pouch is actually 2 tissue pouches. So I think this is pretty good. I forgot that when I bought the stuff last year that I had 23 inches to work with, so it was a little trickier working with 18 inches. So next year I think I'll need to get 23 inches, not a half yard. I was thinking, oh, half yard, half yard, half yard, but that's okay, because I want to do the bundles, so I'll just have to like rethink the bundle or maybe like a different item. I'm not sure. So this is what I'm going to cut out of all of the half yard fabrics. Here is how the first one looks cut out. So we've got 1 wine bag, 4 jar openers, and 4 tissue pouches. So by putting the tissue pouch vertically, I was able to get more out of it. So that is pretty exciting. And then the remnant pieces, so like these ones are trash. This one I could possibly make something out of. I'm not really sure. Gonna set that aside. And then this one too. So this actually works out pretty well. That's the same amount of jar openers and tissue pouches. I had my measurement wrong on my template. It was actually 1 inch smaller, and that's how I was able to get extra. And you can see, like, this is why I don't pick out fabrics that have straight lines, because trying to be efficient with it is hard with these ones with like grids. So hopefully it's not too noticeable in the final product, but that's typically why I do not pick out fabrics with lines. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the rest of these fabrics, and then we can get started on the jar openers. Update time. So we are halfway done cutting. I ended up skipping that one because it needs to be re-ironed. We've got 9 half yard cuts here and 10 cut down here. It's going pretty well. I shouldn't have started with the pieces that were bigger than a half yard. I should have started with the half yards so that I would be more confident, but it's going pretty well. I've spent this long cutting and I have the same amount of time to go. So taking a break and then I'll come back to this. Round 2, here we go. Okay, we are almost done. It's been this long and I just gotta iron this guy and cut him up. And some of the tissue pouches, like I didn't have quite enough at the top, so I don't know if we're gonna maybe use that piece or this piece to add a little bit more fabric to it, but we'll solve that later down the road sometime next year. So these pieces, we need to come up with some ideas of what to do with them. So they are mostly 12 inches tall and anywhere from like an inch to 4 inches wide. I'm thinking maybe sew them all together, but then what to do with that panel, I don't know. And then also these guys. So these guys are 7 inches by like anywhere from a ½ inch to maybe 2 inches. So those are a lot smaller. I don't know. Put your ideas in the comment section down below. Let me go ahead and iron this and we can get it cut up. Okie dokie, it is finally sewing time. So I've got a bunch of wine bags cut, ton of jar openers, ton of tissue pouches, and then like I said, the scraps. I need some ideas, so put them in the comment section down below. So we're gonna grab one of these stacks and this stack of shelf liner, and these are magically gonna turn into jar openers. Ready? Okay, I just finished turning and pinning the last one. It took me about 22 minutes. This is the speed I'm walking at. I got the ambiance of the tree. I got a water. So I went ahead and turned all these. So 21 of them took me about 21 minutes. There were a couple singing breaks, you know, singing along to the music and just enjoying the tree and turning. I'm gonna walk until 30 minutes and then we'll finish sewing these up. All done. So now I need to go ahead and put them on the display and see what they look like. It took me this long to sew them. Here is the booth layout that I'm thinking. So I've got my 2 foot by 4 foot table and then my other 2 foot by 4 foot. So I have 6 feet of space here. I'm assuming I can do this because they said I could have one 6 foot table, and this, if I do the table like this is like, oh, so what is it? 4 feet. So this is 2 feet. So you can't tell me that I'm not going to have 2 feet by 2 feet of walking space. So like, I hope that I have enough space for that. If I don't have enough space for this table, then we'll have to just make it all in one table. By doing this, I know that I need to laminate this sign, split it in half, laminate that sign. But this is all the stuff that I'm going to take with me. This stuff back here is not meant to be shoppable, but it's meant to be available. So if they're looking at the towels and they're like, do you have more patterns? I could be like, boom, boom. Now, I did it up against the wall here to represent like that people can't shop on this side. Now, if this works out well and I can have people shop on this side, then I can face these outwards. Best case scenario, if I have a deeper space, then I can pull this one this way and then give myself a more narrow space and make it all shoppable. So this is what I'm gonna go with. We will see how it turns out. I'm also going to take the hanging sign for the first time, the bubble letters, and we'll see how that works. And my card reader was dead. This is why we check before the show. Another thing to check is that you have enough 1s and 5s. I would say at least $100 in 1s and 5s. So I need to change out these 20s and 10s for 1s. Okay, here is everything that I'm taking with me. So I have 3 bins. They are not packed in the most efficient manner because I do have like the towels already in their bins, but this will make it super fast to set up. And then I have my jar opener display inside of my towel display. This is my checkout bin, so it has like my bags and stuff. We've got 2 tables. We're going to do 2 4-foot tables. I have my other bag here when we were charging the machine. So I had this open and the pouch open so I'd remember to put it in. I don't know if I'll be able to use the sign or not, but I'm going to take it with me. And then I'm hoping that I can bring this all into the show in one round in the cart. If I have to take 2, not a big deal. And I will not be taking a chair with me. So wish me good luck. Here we are. This is how they all look. So these new patterns will be available this Sunday at Claude Park. If you're not able to shop this Sunday, I will be at Quakertown Farmers Market later this month. After those 2 shows,
These new jar openers will be posted sometime in January. If not in January, then when we do the big March restock. These 3 right here I did already have in my stash. All the rest are new patterns. So let's slowly go through the patterns here. And I kind of try to like categorize them or make them flow a bit. Let me know what your favorite pattern is in the comment section down below. That one's snowflakes. These turned out so well. And I am going to try to make another batch of 20 of the same ones we did, well, actually 21 before Quakertown. So if none of these sell, I'll have a front and back display. If these sell, then they'll be able to be restocked. So I do plan to have all these patterns available this weekend at Claude Moore, as well as later this month at Quakertown Farmers Market. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.